So I am super excited to be here with Harley Flanagan, not just of the Cro-Mags, but you know, the only member of the Cro-Mags that's been on every single album. But I have something like fangirling here. You wrote a book of poetry when you were 7.
Yeah, I did. It didn't come out till I was 9.
And Allen Ginsberg wrote the introduction.
Yes.
You met Allen Ginsberg?
Well, he was a friend of the family, so I didn't really meet him. He was
knew
kind of like
him.
my
Uncle Al.
Was he
kinda.
Uncle Allen?
Yeah, he was pretty much one of my mom's best friends. She was actually she was with him when he died. Her and Patti Smith. So that's how close she was to him. You know, can't really get any closer than that.
Okay, so if you wrote a book of poetry when you were 7 and it was published when you were 9, and then you were in your first punk band when you were 11, what were you doing when you were 5?
Probably hitchhiking across the country with my mom because we hadn't started hitchhiking across Europe yet. So we were probably bouncing around the States. You know, I pretty much lived on the road, pretty much lived on the side of the highway and in whatever apartment they would let us crash in. And I wouldn't advise that lifestyle for anybody, but it was interesting.
It sounds like it. So how old were you when you got to your 50th state then?
Oh, God. Very young. I've been traveling my whole life. It's like I don't really know what it's like to sit still very long.
Do you still like traveling like that?
I do, but you know, I'm married now, and I like to be with my wife. So it's kind of like it's difficult to navigate this sometimes because I really love what I do. I love what I've always done, but I also love being alone and being with my better half.
Mm-hmm.
And this lifestyle is definitely not for her. You know, it's not really for any sane person. But somehow there's, you know, we find a balance.
And you guys played a show in D.C.
Yeah, we played in D.C.
Yesterday?
Was it yesterday? I don't even know. I've been playing so much, I have lost track of where I am, where I'm going. I know I'm doing the CBGB's festival in a couple of days. And then I'm off to South America in like a week and a half or something like that. I've done 2 U.S. tours this year and Europe twice, and it's just pretty nonstop.
Okay, so already 2 U.S. tours, 2 European tours. You're going to be in South America in
Yes.
like a week and a half?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Are you having fun?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's exhausting, but you know what? I'm blessed. I get to do what I enjoy for a living and make some people happy. You know, so how can you beat that?
What's your favorite show that you've played so far this year?
Wow, that's a tough one because you know every show is special. You know, I always connect with new people, and just you know performing is it's a lot of fun for me. It's like it's like surfing for a surfer. It's like skydiving for someone who's into that. It's like you know competition if you're into jiu-jitsu or you know it's my passion. So when I'm doing it, I feel great. It's everything in between that kind of sucks a little bit, you know.
Okay, well then, if we don't want to do favorite show, who had your favorite bathroom?
Good Lord. Well, I had my own bathroom yesterday, so that was cool.
Nothing beats CB.
Nothing beats CB's. I never actually used that one, but I've been in there. You don't, no. Yeah.
Okay, so we have this awesome documentary that already came out, but
Yes.
it's coming out on Blu-ray for November 11th.
Yeah.
Still super excited. Did you enjoy
Yeah.
making it? Was it rough?
It was difficult to go through all the interviews, the interviewing process. They interviewed me like 5 times, I think, because there was a lot of very, you know, sensitive topics and touchy things, and they went into a lot of very personal stuff that a lot of I had never talked about to anybody. But I didn't see the film till it was done, so I was not part of the process. I didn't have anything to do with it. I walked in during a couple of the interviews, therefore I wound up interacting with some of the people in the movie during their interviews, but that was totally by accident. I'm just glad that it came out, in my opinion, it came out really good, and I can't look at it and say like, oh, that's not true, this isn't that way. I feel pretty good about how the director managed to tell the story.
That's awesome.
It
That's
feels
awesome.
really honest. It feels like it presents facts.
Yeah.
More than paints a picture, tells a story.
But it's a little, when you have so many different people contributing their stories to it, and then you have the editor trying to piece together a bigger story out of all of that, and then you have the director who has his interpretation of what he's getting all this. So there's so many steps between reality and what you finally get, that the fact that it captured it pretty accurately is pretty impressive. I've never been a part of this type of a thing before, and they had about 120 hours worth of interviews they had to go through. They had about 600 different archival between the footage and the photographs, and they had to get clearance for every photograph, every piece of. It's complicated. I could never have done or planned, or I didn't even know it was going to be made. I had no intention of making a movie. This is just the result of an insane life that somehow I managed to still be here for.
But see, you are still here.
Yeah.
What do you think is going to be the big thing that everyone walks away from Wired for Chaos saying, like, wow, this?
Well, I can't give that away 100% because it would take away from the impact that it's going to have when people watch it for the first time. But I do think that a lot of people are going to be able to identify with things that happened in my life, even if they didn't live the same life or the same lifestyle. I think everybody goes through hardship. Everybody experiences, whether it's drama within the family, or violence, or drug abuse, whether it's their own or the people around them, or their parents, or whether they've experienced even down to like sexual abuse. I'm sure most people have experienced that and just have not talked about it. And I was very young in an adult world, and a lot of crazy things happened to me that shouldn't have. And I started doing drugs at a very early age because this is what I learned from my surroundings. And again, the fact that I'm still walking the earth, it's quite miraculous.
And we're so happy that you're here.
Oh, I'm having the time of my
life. So
life.
much to say.
Indeed.
I know, I should actually shut up because I have too much to say, but it's okay.
But we're all dying to know it, so it's awesome. Thank you so much for being here. It's been your
It's my
We are
pleasure.
so happy to be having you
This
here.
is an amazing store, and you guys have so much to choose from. I'm going to have to walk out of here with a box of stuff, and actually this whole location is awesome. I just walked around. There's so much going on here. Everybody, if you haven't been here, come check this place out. It's awesome.
Thank you so much.
It's my pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Harley, thanks for the film. It's an inspiration.
Oh, my man. I would say you're welcome, but I didn't make it. I just survived it. But thank you.
Right on.
Look at this. All getting ready to be signed. By Harley Flanagan. Look at this, they got a system.
Professional.
Apparently.
Oh,
Thank you.